Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How's Dale doing?
He's doing so well. I can't believe it.
He had a
He's
doctor's
running around with a
appointment?
cane. Pardon me?
He had a doctor's appointment
He
last week?
did last Thursday, and he hit all the markers he wanted him to.
Good.
And so he starts PT out of the house Monday.
Yay. And you said he's walking with a cane?
Yep. And
Oh, that,
then he gets real crazy and just walks.
ooh.
I told the doc, I said, I am so jealous of him. I was nowhere near that when I had mine done. I
Yeah.
was still walking with a walker,
Yeah.
not doing stairs. He's doing stairs. Ooh, what are you working on?
Trying to finish. It seems to be taking forever. Where's the front? Is this the front? Yeah, this is. Nope, this is the front. It's the friendship shawl.
Ooh, that is pretty. Very pretty. Love
Thank
the
you.
colors.
I'm on the last major repeat. There's six mini sections. These sections. There's six of these. There's three solids, then three of the lace section, and then so that's six sections, and you repeat that 4 times. I'm on the fourth repeat of that. So I'm getting near the end. I can
And look
see
what
that.
you are wearing.
Yes, I'm wearing my growing.
I love the color.
Thank you. I do too.
It just gives you hints of other colors in there.
Yeah, because it's got just like a hint of purple and a hint of blue. And I'm wearing this blue, so it's bringing out the blue, and I've got a kind of a purpley one that when I wear that, it kind of brings out the purple. But today is that type of day just to be wearing this around the house.
I got my sweatshirt on.
I had to run to the laundromat this morning. I got 2 loads done.
To the laundromat.
Yeah, our washer finally kicked the bucket, so
Oh,
I ran. It's just up the street, less than 5 minutes up the street. So I ran up there, threw 1 load in, sat in it while it washed, brought it home, threw it in the dryer, grabbed the other load, ran back over, got that in the wash, came home. The one in the dryer was done, so I could hang up what needed to be hung up and throw the rest in the dryer.
oh, you were on a mission.
Yep. Yep. So if I'm on 15, which would be.
I'm binding off my cowl.
Ooh, oh, that is so pretty.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I made it longer because I didn't want to have this little bit of nothing yarn left over,
Right.
but I'm still going to have leftover. But I can
That's
use it for the gnomes, for
yep.
the colors.
Yep.
It was funny when Dale went to, when I took him to the doctors. I'm still his chauffeur for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And went to the doctors, got his x-ray, um, got his gold star in his forehead. Um, then he doesn't go back to see him for another 4 weeks. And he starts PT on Monday, which is right there in the doctor's office, the
Oh,
same
that's good.
around
Yeah.
the corner. And he said, well, you don't have to go there. You can go wherever you want to go to. Dale's like, well, I want to go there because that's where you're at. If anything,
Anything happens.
right. So Doc was kind of pleased with that comment. Felt like he wasn't pushing him.
Right. Yeah.
So I said, well, I have a couple of errands. Are you okay with that? You can just sit in the truck. So I went to CVS and picked up a script, went to the bank, took care of that. And he's so funny. He said, well, maybe I'll tell, because we were going to pick up the turkey at Myers
Right.
Thursday. And that's where Raj works. So one of us, he said, why don't you take Roger to work, pick up the turkey, and then stop at Gannell's and pick up subs on the way home. And I said, Frank always complains that Roger's never out of there on time. So maybe Frank should take Roger to work. I'll pick him up, but I'll go inside and pick up the turkey at the same time. And then because Roger always shops after work and
Right.
picks up his stuff. So I said, okay, I'm going to meet you up front around 5 o'clock. And I walked in Myers, and there he was standing me, and all of his groceries were in his cart. I'm
He's
like,
like, I'm done.
did you punch out early? No. When you went on break, did you shop? No. But him in the store with that cart,
Yeah.
he goes.
Yep. When I'm on a mission, it's like, get out of my way. I know what I'm doing and I got a limited time.
He is so funny. God love him.
Yeah, I need to go to Myers either today or tomorrow and get the ham and I have to look at my list, see what else.
We're going to go to Aldi's tomorrow and pick up the rest of the stuff for making the stuffing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a pork roast, and we have some apple cider that's kind of ballooning out in the container. So
Yeah.
I'm going to use that as a marinade. So. And then the other regular stuff.
Yeah. Well, between my sister-in-law and I, we came up with a shopping list based on the menu of things, that we needed to get. And then
Mhm.
we each checked off, we can each look back at it and check off what we've got. And she had specific things she was gonna get, and then I had a couple specific things that were for me to get because she couldn't get them. And so between the two of us, should have Thanksgiving covered.
How many people are going to be there?
For 7, maybe 8.
Well, my friend Paula's coming over, and she said, what can I bring? And because Roger works until 5, we can't have dinner until 6 at least.
Mm-hmm.
And so she says, well, we have it figured out that I think I told you last week that she's going to come to the house, and then we're going to drive her home because she doesn't like driving in the dark.
Right.
So she says, well, what can I bring? I hear Myers is open on Thanksgiving. So I said, well, I'll pick up ice. But she can't have it in the house because if she does, she'll eat it.
Yeah.
She is so funny. God love her.
Yeah, I heard Myers is closing early, but they're still gonna be open during the day. Most grocery stores, I think, were gonna be open for part of the day. For all of us last minute. Oh my gosh, I forgot something.
Roger's counselor at STEP, she makes up excuses to go shopping. she will shop on Thanksgiving. She'll, figure out what she wants to pick up. She is so funny. Ooh.
Mary's joining.
Mary. Oh. Do you think Sunny will be joining us too, or no?
I don't know. I would hope so. There's Mary.
There.
There
Can
she
you hear me?
is. Yeah.
Towel on my head? No,
I was trying to figure out what that was.
it's a towel. I have wet hair. No, the other day it was Sunday and I thought, oh, well, shoot. I think they're meeting yesterday. So yeah,
Okay.
I
Glad
thought
you're
of it
here
last
today.
night. So I thought, okay, gotta remember. Then I had to find all the right numbers and stuff.
Yep.
So
I
how's
always-
everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good. I got exposed to COVID. I sat right next to a guy in a band and we played a show and we were together like 6 hours. And I sat
Oh.
right next to him. I talked to him all the time, and I'm like, oh man. So like 3 days later, I found out he had COVID. So
Oh no.
we all tested here a couple of times and I never got it.
Oh
Thank
good.
goodness.
Yeah, I know. And I even had my husband test yesterday because he's been really tired. And I said, you know what? Let's just test that, and it was negative.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
boy, I'll tell you. Well, we ran some blood work on him. He's a little bit low in a couple of areas, iron and what's the other one? Hemoglobin. So I don't know if that's dragging him down or what, but he is up today. He hasn't been up in a couple of days now, but he's up today.
Good.
So yeah. He seemed like he'd do all right for about a day, and then he'd be in bed for 2 or 3 days. I don't know. We'll
Oh,
see what happens tomorrow. But I thought maybe his when they get their bilirubin off, that it'll do that.
yeah. And even their iron will.
Yeah. The iron, it's transferrin that's off. Let me see. It's the binding, I think. I don't understand all of it. You probably understand it better. I'll tell you here. Because we went to the doctor, we had blood work done, but it didn't all come in before we talked to the doctor. So they've seen more work since we've been there, and I haven't heard anything yet. I may have to call. Yeah, like all of his kidney numbers were in the right range. Let's see. They did that CMP. Vitamin D, I think vitamin D's been low, but it's lower again. It's pretty low, actually. 21. Let's see. It's the transferrin, the iron binding capacity that's pretty low. Let's see. It's 193. It's supposed to be at least 203. I don't know how low that is. It's low.
Right.
And then there's an index too, and I don't know what that means either. But like the iron saturation is within range. So, I mean, it can't be too awful bad. If you look, I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't.
No, it's blurry.
No.
It's too maybe now.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of the numbers are in range.
Yeah.
Those are the iron numbers. What was the other one? We looked at thyroid. That's fine. Lithium. The lithium's low. I don't know what that is. Negative 0.1. Sorry, less than 0.1. Can I see here's a table, maybe. Looks like it's been low for him though. Well, that doesn't help me. Looks like that's where it's been, so I don't know why that would affect. I don't know. I don't see anything that's a ton different. That transferrin is lower. Vitamin A has been low. So yeah, the blood work just doesn't really answer enough questions to me.
No, sometimes it doesn't.
But so yeah, I don't know quite what was going on with him, or maybe it's a seasonal thing. He has that seasonal disorder where with the darkness and stuff.
Yeah,
So I've been doing some things like, okay, let's go to a movie. Okay, I want you to get up. Okay, we need the mail. But if
yeah,
he's if he's back there sleeping, then I feel like his body needs it. If he's back there, in the bed looking at his phone, then I want him up.
right.
So this morning he got awake and he decided to just get up.
Yeah,
So I thought, okay, good. The thing is he's never one to lay in bed before. He's always one to get up and go. So that's what's hard for me to see. It's just not his personality,
right.
I was on
What's
this,
everybody working on?
before we did that, I was talking with one of my friends on the Zoom, and she said, like, you have that fuzzy. She said to go into more and then go into background. And I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's like blurry or blur background or something like that. That if you hit that it'll clear.
Oh,
So
can I do it while I'm on?
sure.
Yeah, I see it, background effects, background and effects.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out where that is.
Go
Well,
into more first.
Yeah, at the bottom of your screen, it might be kind of where you hit leave.
Yeah, I see share. Whoop, goes
There's
away
a
really
more.
fast. More. I don't have I have this is a Kindle that I'm looking
Okay.
at.
Do you have like 3 dots? 3 dots with a circle?
No.
What's on the bottom of your screen?
I just reversed the camera. So the camera's looking out the back now.
Oh, it looks like it's underwater.
There's my poinsettia. That looks pretty clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe we just need to do it backwards. Whoops.
See ya.
I don't know what happened to my, okay, let me
There
see
you go, you're
here.
back.
I keep touching things and it takes me away. Let's see. I don't want to leave.
What's on the bottom of your screen?
I got mute, stop video, participants, chat, reactions, share, AI companion, captions.
Oh,
None of that seems like it's the right thing.
No.
Captions.
do you have apps?
No.
Okay, because my more is right next to the app, so
What device are you looking at?
my computer.
It's a computer. Okay.
I'm on my iPad.
Okay. This is the most up-to-date thing I have, so I have
Yeah.
my phone, but what happens if I touch that? Encryption, enhanced, meeting ID. Well, that doesn't really help me any. Okay, let's see, what's this right here? What's that? I'm touching all kinds of stuff. If I cut out, that's what happened. What's that? Oh, I just got to Alexa. I don't think I have Alexa. Okay, let's see. Dark theme. Ooh, what's that? Apps. Oh. Sound. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Display. Maybe? Brightness level? Adaptive brightness. Let's put that on. See what happens. Dark theme. Auto rotate. Wallpaper. What did she say again?
She went into more and then backgrounds.
Backgrounds and effects.
Yeah, try that.
I'm looking at, let's see. I've got a whole bunch of things here. I got apps and notifications. I don't think that's it.
Mm-mm.
Display is where I just was and I touched a whole bunch of stuff and I don't know that it made a difference or not. Vision, accessibility. No, I don't think that's it. Oh, high contrast text. Well, that's text. I can turn it on and see what happens.
Well, right now we don't see you. We have your picture.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, so.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. Let's see. I got it turned around right now. Did that help?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I was trying. I'm going to see my son if I can remember to ask him. He's pretty computer literate. There's a dot right there. What's that dot? No, I don't think that's it. Well, I've touched a lot of things and I don't know what else to touch here.
Well,
Yeah, it's not a real sophisticated device, so maybe it just doesn't have, it seems like you should be able to get a clear picture though, especially if it was clearer in the back. I'm gonna get a eyeglass cleaner and try that on my lens.
just gotta love technology.
I want to know how you can go, woo, I like that.
I have no idea how that happens. But I did just see something when I was messing around. It says enter host key to claim host or sign in as host. I wonder if that's what we needed from Charlene when we were originally trying to figure out,
Boy,
I mean, it works out fine how we're doing it now, but I bet that's how we could have gotten around
I think you're right.
our other issues, but just now I see it. It's a good thing when Donna gets home, she's got a few days off work to sleep. 'Cause they've done so much
I
and
know.
how they've been so far, it's like, holy cow.
Did you see the one they were in I think it like a chairlift going over
Yeah.
and Randy's saying something to her and she's sitting there like,
Yeah,
I'm like, who are you? What'd you do with Charlene?
yeah. Well, and then they did the swing, and I think Donna got the video of her kind of screeching.
Oh, I missed that. Really? Pull it.
Yeah.
Was it this morning that you saw that?
No, it was either yesterday or the day before,
Oh, okay.
and they drove down the luge track. Having a lot of fun. They should be headed to Fiji soon. I'll be ready to have this done.
Any better?
Little.
A little, yeah.
Okay. So what are you working on?
I am working on the friendship shawl.
Oh, look at that. That was a Malabrigo something or other, wasn't it? A little bit back?
Yeah, it's a knit along, I think, in the spring.
Okay, that's pretty. I like
Yeah,
your colors.
thanks. They are so not my, this is a gift. And these are so not my colors. So I'm ready to get back to my colors.
What's Diane working on?
Well, I'm just binding off on my cowl. It was
What are you working on?
Well, I'm doing the Arnie and Carlos knit along with their sock.
Ooh, wow.
That is
So we have
pretty.
3 more days. And I think it was, they said DK weight yarn. I just used sock yarn. I'm hoping it fits me to wear. I think it really wasn't designed to wear, but I'm not sure. Because I didn't listen to all the videos. I started late. But yeah, it's fun. You get 6 rows a day. So yeah, pretty cool. It's an
Oh.
afterthought heel, so I've never done that. So there's where the heel's gonna go.
Oh,
So we were measuring it, thinking it might actually fit my foot when it's all done. So we'll see. I don't know if it'll go up my leg. I'm worried about that, but we'll see. So I'm doing that, and I'm working on, what is this called? It's a cardigan. It's a Barocco pattern. It's called the Graves. And it's cables and
you're blocking your camera.
oh, whoops.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it up here in a second. I gotta kind of get it in my hands. It's got all kinds of cables on it.
Ooh,
Ooh, wow.
And I think it's seed stitch or it's this. It's like a double moss or something. I don't know. Whatever that is. It's like 2 rows of knit 2, purl 2, and then 2 rows of the opposite. So you get little blocks.
Right.
But there's all kinds of cables like through the back.
wow.
So there's 2 2x2 cables, 1x1 cables, and 3x3 cables.
Wow.
Tree bummer.
So yeah, I'm just started one of the sleeves. I've got the body done. So I got the 2 sleeves to do and then around the neck and down the front. But it's been, you know, pretty extensive.
Yeah.
So I know I'm more than half done because I used more than half the yarn.
At least you
Oh,
hope,
boy.
since you've used half the yarn.
More than half the yarn. So I have to be more than half done. Well, I am. I've got the body done, so.
Well, last night, just before I, stopped knitting, I was looking through my pattern and I went, okay, well, I'm getting there, tomorrow I can get, the next couple sections done and, maybe by Sunday I'll be on the finishing section. And it's only 10 rows because that's what I've been telling myself. And then I read it a little more clearly and I forgot the little unhighlighted row that says repeat section 1 for 10 rows. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. Because I'm like, okay, well, when I'm done with this part, I'll be done with color 1 completely. No, I won't. Like, oh, man.
Well, I made that baby sweater. Good thing I made it early because the baby arrived 5 weeks early.
Oh, wow.
But he's okay. He had a pretty rough start. He was on the vent and feeding tube. He is home now. Which is good because it's before his due date.
Right.
So I don't know the details, but my daughter's best friends with her, and she said both of them had complications. I know they kept mom 5 days. That's pretty unusual.
Right.
So I don't know quite what did happen, but mom's a nurse, but she's quite overwhelmed, I guess. I don't know if they took the baby home with a feeding tube. That would be a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, would they do that?
Well,
They might.
we
Wow.
came home with a feeding tube with my husband, but I also wasn't sick to take care of it,
Yeah.
and I don't know how sick Steffi was. So
Wow.
because Megan said, well, the goal was to get baby home without a feeding tube, but she didn't know if that had happened or not.
Yeah. Usually they try to.
Yeah. Well, he was 6 pounds and what'd she say? 14 ounces. That's big for 5 weeks early.
Yeah, it is.
So, but she's a type 1 diabetic. So, big babies.
Yep.
And Steph had trouble all the way through. So she was on 3 heart blood pressure meds. She was swollen up like a balloon. So I don't know the details, but I don't think it was an easy deal.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, I mean, they have had, husband had cancer maybe 6 or 8 years ago. So they froze sperm. So then they had to do the IVF. Well, I think she miscarried 1 or maybe 2. So it's been a rough go of it the whole time for them. So I was so glad that baby was here,
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, I'm going to make him a little hat before I send this out. It was a Saturday night, I think, when I found out. And so I made a little hat on Sunday, trying to guess what size to make. So it may or may not fit,
Yeah.
I just made a large, preemie, small newborn size because I thought, well, 6'14", that's kind of it's not really a preemie, I wouldn't say.
No, it's not technically classified.
Yeah. So we'll see. It was stretchy, so we'll see.
Yeah, and if it's a little big, you can wear it longer.
Well, I kind of thought it might be a little small, but who knows?
Yeah. Winter is starting, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I said, Megan, when was the shower? Because I was going to send this with her to the shower.
Mhm.
She said, well, they upped the shower date because things weren't going well. So it was, well, she was gone to New Zealand. So
Right.
So how old is the baby now?
10 days, maybe.
Oh,
I think he was born on the 10th. I mean, I thought he looked pretty good. Let me see if I can find it. She sent me a picture. she was able to visit at the hospital. Let me think where this is here. There's my daughter holding the baby.
Aw,
Big smile.
Yeah. I said, that looks good on you, hint, hint. She said, I was just so happy that he was healthier. Here's another, but it's kind of hard because the baby's
Aw.
hand's in front of its face, but
very
Ouch.
cute.
yeah, November. Let me see here. Liam. November 10th. Oh, they've got
Oh.
Rainbow Baby on him. Yeah, she must. Yeah, that would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she had a miscarriage.
Yeah. Here's some of the pictures when he was still hooked up to stuff. I don't, can you see? It's small.
He doesn't look small. Oh, maybe he does in that one. I love babies.
Yeah, me too.
So it looks like, yeah, they had, at one point, they have the hat on and everything, and they've got the looks like they're checking his heart and stuff like that. There's a picture in here, it's really hard to see, but mom and dad are holding fingertips right across the baby's body, it looks like.
Aw,
It's really sweet. And this is how dad put it on the internet. He put, I would like to introduce Liam Hall, 10:35 p.m., fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 6 pounds, 14 ounces, and standing 19 inches tall. Isn't that funny?
aw, very
So he's
cute.
doing well in the NICU and we are getting mom well. Things did not go to plan and a lot of complications, but we're working through them the best we can. He is our strong little boy.
I love the
So that
name
was
Liam.
dad. I don't know if mom's even put anything on about it yet. She's been pretty overwhelmed.
Yep, she's probably exhausted and overwhelmed.
I would say probably. She was so tired during the pregnancy. She was trying to work. She's a CDE. She spends a lot of time on the phone taking care of like issues. People call in, I need this prescription, or I'm having this trouble or whatever. And she works for the men clinic for U of M. And she was trying to go to work, and I don't know if she ended up finishing until she had the baby, or if she ended up getting out early, taking a leave early. But she was so tired that they put a chair right by the door, and she would come in the house and just like collapse in the chair.
Oh,
And he was
Aw.
doing everything because this is what she says here: 2 egg retrievals and 3 embryo transfers later. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm so glad that baby's here.
Yep.
Someday I'll see it, but not now. Probably in the spring. You can't overwhelm the parents, and I'm not family, so.
Yeah.
I remember those days when everybody wants to come see your baby and it's so much. It's good for Megan to see though that it's tough,
Right.
You need to know what you're getting into. So I think she knows. She works in the medical field now, and
is she the daughter that just got married about a year or
she
so
got
ago?
married a couple years ago, like 20, 22.
Okay.
You know, I'm so confused because she got married one year and we had the parties the next year, and I can't ever remember what year she got married. Isn't that funny? She got married during COVID. Let me see if I
So-
can tell you. She got married on the 17th of August. 21 was when she actually got married. So 3 years ago.
You showed us pictures.
Yeah. Well, we made her sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. We worked on that several months, but we had to work around who was sick and who had been exposed to what. And I'd go down there and work in my mask, you know.
Mhm.
She'd be in her mask, and oh boy, what a time.
Oh, I forgot, Diane. It's not sewn together because I still haven't blocked it, but I did finish
Ooh, wait a minute. I want to pin you.
this cowl.
Oh, that's pretty. What is that?
This is a night and day cowl.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty.
That's beautiful. That's gray and what? Burgundy?
It's actually a plum and a teal.
It's teal?
Yeah, kind of a teal color.
Like a real light teal.
Yeah. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. I don't know what. I
I
gotta-
love it. And you may not like it, but when you hold something up, it just
Like,
zooms right in on it.
Yeah, it
Nice and
zooms right in
small.
on it.
Yeah.
I still have to block it and then sew it together. And I'm
I
not
have to
sure
get that.
which. Okay, so that's the cast on end. So I know that end gets attached to something. I think this end, two short ends. So it'll be like this, you know, on your, it'll go around me like this.
Will it be like a point in front, like a bandana?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
sort
so
of like a
pretty. And you can
bandana.
wear it with this.
yep. So I just have to block it, and I've just kind of been a lot going on with other things, so it has gotten blocked yet.
Isn't it terrible when life happens? Everyone gets
I
in your
know.
way.
Yep. Got our new hot water heater installed Thursday.
Ooh,
And we ordered a new washer, but we were an hour. We just missed the deadline to get it delivered today. And I thought, well, okay, if it's not coming Saturday, you know, it's like if you order it within 5 hours, if you order it within 4 hours, you know. And we took forever to decide. And then, you know, because I had to do the looking, and then I'd send John the links, and he'd go to research, you know, he'd look up, okay, this model sucks, and then it would tell you all the good and bad, what people liked about it. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
but I want it.
And then we, and then we finally decided, and I go to order it, and they're like, okay, it'll be December 7th. And I'm like, what happened to Saturday, the 27th? Or the whatever, the 23rd? What happened to the 23rd? So I even called and I said, okay, a little bit ago it said I could get it Saturday. Now it's saying 2 weeks. I go, what gives? They said, oh, well, someone must have bought them and then took the available time slot that we would have been used to come deliver it if you'd ordered it then. And I'm like, shoot. So it's coming, and then the 7th, so 2 weeks from today, my son's got a concert in Detroit. So, and they said delivery could be from 8 to 8. I'm like, do we take a chance that they'll be here by 6? I didn't want to chance it, so it's coming 2 weeks from tomorrow. I will get my new washer. So I figure with this, you know, the holiday and not being home, I can do a load before I come back. And
Where's this concert at?
there's a church in Detroit. Let me look it up. Get past this part here. It's Tonight they're doing a tree lighting somewhere.
What does he play?
He sings.
He sings. Okay.
Yeah, he sings with the Madrigal Chorale.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Nope, wouldn't be in that one. It'd be in the group one. Yeah, tonight they're doing at the Hotel David Whitney tree lighting. His concert is at the Christ Church Detroit on the 7th. And they're doing a joint concert with the Royal Oak Concert Band on the 15th.
Yeah,
Very-
musicians are usually pretty busy around this time.
Yeah, and they used to do Henry Ford, Caroline at Henry Ford too, which they still may be, I don't know.
Yeah. My concert here is the 10th. And then the 17th, we're going down to hear my son's concert. His choir, mine's a jazz band. And then we just did a benefit concert at the Capitol Theater in Flint for Mott Community College. That was where some of the saxophone section got COVID.
Oops.
Not me. Oh, boy. The one guy's missed 2 weeks. He's been pretty sick, but he is better now, so.
I'll be back. I'm going down for coffee.
What's that?
Diane's running down for her coffee.
Oh.
Her husband had his knee replacement surgery 2 weeks ago.
Oh, boy. How's he doing?
He's doing really well. He's graduated from home PT to outpatient PT.
Cool. That's cool until it gets slippery out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's using a cane. He's graduated from the walker to a cane, and
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Well, I got 2 hats to make for Christmas, so I'll have to get going on those pretty soon. Do you happen to know if cancer centers accept hats directly, or do you need to go through a knit shop?
I don't know. I thought that they did directly.
Okay. And do a lot of men wear hats too, or just women mostly?
I think it depends, you know. It's probably both.
Okay. I've got a lace hat that I've made a couple times for women. And I've got enough to make another 1 or maybe even 2. And I got thinking, every time we go down for his treatment, I should take him a hat.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
Yeah. I know there used to be a nurse that worked on the cancer unit at Mott's. That came into would come into the shop, and people would don't make hats and donate them, and then, she would pick them up.
Well, a lot of times I've left them at Unwind because she does a lot of that kind of thing there.
Yeah.
She does.
Well, and then I had read that they needed what do you call them? Knitted knockers.
Mhm.
Right,
So I got the stuff that you have to get the certain kind of yarn, right? And so I just bought a kit to start with. So I had the pattern and all. And I made two and they're not the same size. I thought, well, that's not good. So I'll have to make two more that match those somehow. So over Christmas time, I need to get that done too, because I want to do that. It's something I can do to give back because, sometimes we've stayed at the Hope Lodge and stuff.
right,
And I usually try to buy, like, they usually need things like paper plates and at the Hope Lodge. So I usually, if we stay there, I try to bring some of that kind of thing,
right.
because you can
They
look
might-
at that particular lodge and they'll have a list of things that are more needed there.
Right,
So I'll go shopping while we're there if I can, or else I'll send it through Amazon or something. So that at least helps out. The last time we stayed, my husband wanted to go down and play bingo, and I was really tired because I had done all the driving and stuff. And I said, well, why don't you go? I don't have to go. So he went, and it was good for him because people were sharing their stories and,
right.
and I kind of think he saw that, maybe what I go through isn't so bad sometimes. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But other people go through a lot of stuff too. So I thought it was good for him to do that. A lot of times when we go to the doctor, he doesn't know what to tell him. And I see stuff and I observe, and sometimes I think I know more what's going on with him than he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love this. What do they call this? They call it I really like the texture. Double moss. Called a double moss. It gets a little funny when you have to do the decreases, but that's only under the arm, so.
what are you gonna do next, Diane, after your cowl?
Um,
Oh, you got your socks, I see.
yeah, oh yeah, I gotta finish my socks. I gotta get back to my trin again. The only thing is once I start on that, I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah,
So it's between that and the shawl.
Are you guys knitting much for Christmas?
not for gifts for Christmas. I've got a baby shower after Christmas in 1st of January, so I'm trying to do a few little things for that.
Well, I have two hats I want to do. And I was thinking about a pair of socks, but I don't know. I might not do that quite for Christmas.
Who would you be doing the socks for?
My son-in-law is the most knit-worthy person in the family.
Oh,
And
that's a good
I'm
thing.
making one of the hats for him. He likes the 1898 comes down over his ears. He's from India, so and he works in engineering, and they put him in the cold box for things. So he likes that hat a lot. So the hat will have I think it's alpaca, and then it's got mohair.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be a nice warm hat for him. But I have never made him socks. And I think he would like it. The thing is, I'm looking for something that can be washed, because I just have a feeling they'll probably end up in the washer.
Yeah, I make my son-in-law slippers every year.
Do
Like said,
you?
he's knit worthy, so. And he wears them
do
all
you-
year long and he goes through them.
Are they felted or?
No, they're the Mucklucks, and I use Cascade Big Wheel, which is an acrylic. Cause the first
Okay.
pair I made him, I told Katie, I said, I made her a pair and he really liked the style and said, well, would mom make me a pair? And I'm like, sure. So, but he was still in Florida in college doing his own laundry. And I told Katie, I said, I'm not making him a pair out of the, the expensive yarn or the yarn that needs to be hand washed until you're doing his laundry.
Oh, yeah.
But he wears them all the time. So even in
Okay.
Florida, he wore them all the time. So he wears holes in them.
Yeah,
And-
well,
I stick with the big wheel. It works out much better.
yeah.
Last year for Christmas, I had started a pair. And so in his stocking, he got the, yarn with the needles. And I said, I promise I'll finish them and get them to you. His birthday is 2 weeks into the new year. So he got them then.
Okay. So I found, I think it's Lang that puts out a yarn that the toe will be a solid color, I think, and the ankle will be a little bit variegated that matches the toe. And you knit them and then you felt them. And I have never done that. So I thought, okay, I bought one yarn thing for me, and I thought I'll make one for me and we'll see how it goes,
Right.
And then I bought one kind of for either my daughter or my son-in-law, and we'll see. But I want to start with socks first. I don't even know what size feet he has, so I have to figure that out first.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, they sliced the yarn.
I make a size small for myself and my daughter. So those I can whip up quick, it's like, oh, there's 7 repeats and, this and that. And then I make a large for him and I'm like, holy cow, these are big.
That big. Well, I don't think Amrit's feet are all that big. I wouldn't be surprised if they're real similar to my size. Or they might be, my husband wears a 9.5 and they might be similar to that, but that's not really a big size.
Oh,
So, yeah, I haven't even asked the question yet, so. I hate it when my yarn is spliced. They just tied a little tiny knot like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't.
throw
I can't.
weaver's knot.
I don't like that when they do that.
And Charlene always makes us cut it out.
Yeah, that's what I just did. I just cut it out.
I had one in the mink and I didn't even catch it. I was just on the section and I was just knitting away and, and it wasn't until I was like this far.
Yeah.
And
Don't you hate that? You got to back up.
and I'm like, no. I just kind of left it in.
Did you?
That one
Well,
I did.
that. I did that magic knot that pulls a knot against each other.
Yeah.
And then I just leave the ends on it and knit it right in like that.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but that's what I usually do. Some people cut the ends of that magic knot short, and I don't have the guts to do that.
Yeah.
Well, my girlfriend and I went to the Southeast Yarn Crawl, the one that does the bingo, you know,
Right.
and we both won something, but we don't know what.
Oh.
So
I think I
I'm gonna
saw a
go pick
picture
it
of
up
you
on
with-
Monday.
Which shop do you have to go pick it up at?
Unwind.
On mine?
We usually choose that shop because I'm going to Ann Arbor or Brighton once or twice or more a month for Ron's treatments. So,
Right.
and since all the shops are kind of down that way and we live up this way, I'll pick both of them up so she doesn't have to go
Where
Right.
do you live?
up by Frankenmuth.
Oh, okay.
I think we're 8 miles east and south of Frankenmuth.
Do you go to Rapunzel's?
Occasionally.
I go 3 times a year
Yeah.
because
you
we
guys
go
go
in
out
to
to-
get, we go in to get the free dinners.
Oh,
her
for
birthday.
birthdays?
So we do January, February, July.
Oh. Let's see.
I was just there in October for a birthday. And
Not
it was
yours.
so, no, it wasn't mine. No.
No,
a
you're
friend.
August.
Yeah, friend's daughters. It was so nice. It was just outside and still, and we could just walk around. And we were there on a Thursday, so there wasn't a lot of people there. And
Yeah, if I go, I don't go on the weekend. Yeah, I live 6 miles east of the Birch Run Mall on Birch Run Road.
oh,
If you ever go there.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not far from there. Okay. You're all right? You don't sound all right. If you want to wait an hour, I'll go with you. Um, he could go with you. Well, I'm here. He'll text me if he gets here. Okay.
I think I might do the shawl next.
Which shawl?
This one.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And I have that exact same color yarn.
Yay.
What's the name of it?
Dragonfly shawl.
Dragon's Fly.
Mm-hmm. Shawl.
I'll look it up here and I can see it better.
And these are my 3 colors.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty. Pink and burgundy, and is the other one kind of a brownish?
Yeah, this is Hidalgo. Urban. I have to wind them.
What's Dale been doing? He can mine for you.
I didn't find it.
It's by Pixie.
Dragons fly.
Dragonfly shawl. I got it on one of the shop crawls. I think it was last year's. I
Maybe
can't-
it's not in Ravelry.
It may not be.
Yeah, because it didn't come up.
I think I got it at Spun in there now, but
Oh, cool. Maybe they wrote it.
No,
Oh, you said Pixie?
yeah. Whoops.
yeah, Spun did this here one that I'm thinking I have that one to do also.
It's called Dragonfly Shawl by
Mhm.
Perfect Pearl Online. And the pattern used Dragonfly Fibers Pixie.
Right.
Did you find it on Ravelry?
Yeah,
Well, shoot, I didn't. Dragonfly.
yeah, just Dragonfly, one word, shawl.
Okay.
And then I actually Googled it, and then I put Dragonfly Shawl by Pixie, and it came up.
Well, maybe I need to Google it first.
Sometimes that helps when I have trouble and I can't find them.
Did you say Perfect Posies? No. Nope, that's not it.
No, it's by Pixie. It says designed by the Perfect Blend Online.
Well, I'm gonna go to Google it.
I sent you the link through Facebook Messenger, Mary.
Oh, cool. Yep, something just came through.
I just remembered I could do that.
There we go. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but that's pretty. I'm trying to see what is it like a rectangle? I think it's
Yeah.
rectangular.
Ooh, cast in 194 stitches.
How fun is that?
Oh, words can't express. It even
One of
looks
the
bad.
Yeah, one ladies in our Monday group is doing a pair of socks, and it's cuffed down, but the cuff starts as like a little ruffle. So she had to cast on like a huge amount that of course wouldn't fit, would be too much for double points. So she had to cast on magic loop to do the beginning part to get it past the ruffle part so she could get it back on double points.
Oh, gee.
I'd like to see those socks, but they're pretty, hey?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I lived closer down there, but oh well. Don't plan on moving. Okay. All right, that's supposed to be. Well, apparently he asked his friend to come over, so yay. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good for both of them. His friend lost his wife about 2.5 years ago. And it was she had a heart surgery during COVID, or like just before COVID started, and it just went awry. And I think she had a stroke upon coming out of the surgery. It was just bad, bad, bad. And he was staying with her, either him or one of the family was with her all the time, and then they kicked them all out. Nobody could see her with COVID. So it's been just a heart-wrenching situation, you know. So yeah, we just try to be friends. Sometimes he'll come over, he just doesn't want to be home, you know.
Yeah. It's
I
understandable.
feel for him. He's been married to her, well, not as long as we've been married, but plenty of time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just been, it was really hard at the end because she got dementia, and she knew him, but she didn't understand why he ended up having to put her in a home because he just couldn't handle her. And she was on a feeding tube. She was completely wheelchair bedridden type. She was just didn't understand what was going on with her, and she would get upset and give him a hard time about stuff that he couldn't change. Oh my goodness. So in the end, he didn't even go see her very much, because he'd get there for about 10 minutes, and then she just cussing him out, and it's like, oh my gosh. So it's been quite an ordeal, you know.
Yeah.
Poor guy. And then they had one child together. So he's really close to that one, and there's a couple of grandkids. And then there's one child that was hers before they were married that committed suicide or drug overdose kind of stuff. So that's always been a heartache, you know. And then they have one child that was born, it's a different dad, but Jerry was there at the time of birth because the dad walked out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's he raised that boy, but the boy has a lot of hurt feelings about, well, that's his mom, you know, and it's just been a hard situation. And so he doesn't see those kids as much. It's just, yeah, it seems like the boy and the girl don't get along real well, because one's Jerry's and one's not. And I don't know. It just seems like it's just been a real hard time.
All right.
So yeah, feel bad for him. But he's very involved in his daughter's life and her children. And she has 3 little kids, like think one's about 6, and then she's got like a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old or something. A surprise. The third one was a surprise type. A surprise package.
Prizes are always good.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think she had some blood pressure issues and stuff, so I don't think that doctor was real happy, you know. But baby got here fine, so baby seems to be pretty healthy, and but I think she took care of that so there aren't any more surprises. Well, not only was it not a super good situation for her, but now she's got these two that are so close together. It's a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Carolyn, when you blocked your growing, where did you block it at?
I laid it on the floor.
Oh,
With
and then
the
you
fan.
crawled,
Yeah, with the fan going. And mine did grow when it blocked.
how much would you say?
It was above my knees before I blocked it,
Mhm.
and it's well below my knees after.
Okay, good.
So
I'm
some
hoping.
inches.
Yeah, quite a few inches.
Well, the weight of it alone, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
so long. What yarn did you use?
I use Life in the Long Grass and silk. Malabrigo silk Mora.
So are either of those superwash?
The silk's not. I don't know if Life in the Long Grass is or not.
You know, I don't either.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
I think I've got a sweater with Life in the Long Grass in it, but I don't remember it growing very much. But it's not a very long sweater, so
Yeah, trying to, soak it in the sink and then squeeze everything out, all the water out.
well, that's the hard part right there.
And then
Squeezing
you
it out.
pull it out to lay it on the towel to roll it.
Yeah.
Squeeze more. That was the hardest part, and not drip all
Yep.
over the floor.
Well, the other day I thought, why can't I lay, you know how you have those cookie racks that are like metal grates, sort of?
Right.
Why can't I lay that across my sink? Because it's long enough to fit across the basin of the sink. And why
Right.
can't I push the wet knitted object against that? So that's what I did because my hands were hurting so bad.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I've heard people use their salad spinners too. I thought about that too. Because I do have a salad spinner.
I haven't thought of that. I have one of those too. Not
Yeah.
that this sweater would not have fit in a salad spinner though.
No, it probably wouldn't. What number am I on? 27. Got to watch where my decreases are supposed to happen. Okay. Not quite yet. Is Charlene coming home before Christmas?
No,
No. They're
Oh, wow, they'll
staying
be there.
after the new year.
Wow. So she won't be with her family for Christmas.
No.
Wow. I don't know if I'd like that.
She
well,
said
New
this.
Year's for fireworks. They show Australia. They have some really pretty ones.
Yep, they get them. They're the first to hit the new year. So.
Is that where they'll be at that time?
New Zealand at that point.
Okay. Aren't they in New Zealand right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're going back to New Zealand.
Yeah, because they'll go to Fuji.
Where
Fiji.
is that? Where's Fuji at?
I don't know where Fiji's at. Close. It's an island right nearby.
Okay, I don't either.
You know,
Okay,
Carolyn, you
let's-
said you hope that Donna has a few days off from work.
Yeah.
She really doesn't have a steady job. She works with, I can't remember the name of the company that puts on the plays and musicals down here
Oh,
and
okay.
helps them in costume. So when
Oh,
they have something, you know, she's there.
how exciting.
Yeah.
Does she make costumes?
No. She just makes sure that the costumes are on the performers correctly.
Oh,
Her attention to detail, that will be perfect for her.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
One of
wasn't
our
quite
fir-
sure, where she was working now, so.
Yeah. I don't know how she finds these unique things to do, but I
Yeah,
give her credit.
yeah,
And she seems like she's smiling a lot in the pictures.
yeah.
So,
Hope she's having a good time.
oh yeah.
who is it that's doing this?
Donna Sitniak.
Okay, I can't place who that is.
She usually goes in on Wednesdays, doesn't she, to the shop?
A lot of times, yeah.
She lost her husband last year in September. I don't know if that
Has it just been a year?
a year in September, yeah.
Wow.
They spread his ashes in the UP.
Aw.
I almost remember a little bit about somebody losing their, was it real sudden?
Yeah,
And it was it? It was right around his birthday.
Oh,
And then their anniversary was the October. And they had plans.
oh,
The best part about her going to Australia is that was her husband's place that he wanted to visit
okay, so she's on the trip with them,
yeah,
for him
for him,
yeah,
okay,
because he's gone.
right.
yeah,
But she's on the trip with, Charlene and
Charlene.
Randy.
yeah.
She and Charlene went to school together.
Yeah, they
Okay,
went-
Went to the same school. And she's a dynamite knitter. She's incredible what she does.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Her
I would-
sister was funny. We had Veronica, who used to do all the own and Dream in Color, and did all the dyeing and all of that. Until this last year when she sold it. She came for a trunk show, and on Friday night, Charlene had a gathering with Veronica. We were at Black Brewery, and she brought some yarns, some exclusives, that were like one of a kind. So we got to see those, and we could get them, and we got to just meet and talk to her, a meet and greet type thing. And Donna was there, and so we got to see some different designs with the different yarns, And then the next day, her sister went because there was the whole trunk show, and Veronica was there, still there. And then Charlene texted Donna and said, "What's your Ravelry pass? What's your Ravelry name?" She's like, "Uh-oh," because her sister found some yarn and patterns and wanted Donna to make her these things.
Oh.
And so Charlene had to put the patterns in Donna. She's like, "I'm buying all the yarn, I'm buying the patterns, but you got to make them." So she
This
always
is what,
knows. Yeah, she always knows when.
that's what
Ooh,
Donna's working on.
wow. Yeah, she
That was-
doesn't do things simple.
And she doesn't watch her knitting. She can knit
No.
without looking.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
That's her claim to fame.
yeah. Even what she calls her pub knitting, her bar knitting.
Yep.
Which are usually a pair of socks. I'm watching her, she's talking to me, facing me, talking to me, and she's still knitting away. And it must be a Donna thing, because Donna Krups can do that too. And she proved
Huh.
it. People are like, "No, you can't do." She's like, "I'll show you." She opened up a book. She had a library book, and so she opened it up, and she's knitting as she's reading out loud to us from the book.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm like, "Show off."
Yeah. I can watch TV, but I might not be able to tell you what happened in the story.
My problem is lately we've been watching college basketball, and when they get to be exciting, it's like, okay, I can't knit and watch at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, the football game last night was kind of like, all right, guys. Neither one of you really wants to win this game.
Were they not scoring or getting penalties or?
At first, they weren't scoring when they really probably could have. And there was just some plays that you're scratching your head going, "What were you? What? Yeah, what?" You guys are playing Big Ten college football? Are you sure? Looked like flag football, a few plays. I'm like, okay. Even the coach, because of course, we were rooting for Purdue, and I'm looking at the coach. They panned over to him after one play, and he's just shaking his head like, you knew what was going through his head.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. It's like, he's like, what the?
Bleep, bleep.
Yeah. I give him credit. He didn't like lose his cool, throw a tantrum like you see some coaches do on the sidelines. But man, he just had this look on his face like, you've got to be kidding me. Before that, we were watching Wisconsin basketball game, and it was a tournament in one of the Carolinas, in a country club ballroom in one of the Carolinas, that they just brought in a temporary basketball floor and basketball hoops and set up a college basketball game in the ballroom of a country club, because you could see the stage off at the one end and the ballroom curtains all around, and there were some people in the one end that were sitting in like wingback chairs, and I'm like, this is the most bizarre college basketball game I've ever seen. It was like, okay, Friday night, there's not a lot to watch. But the stands in East Lansing, they were so empty. That stadium was empty.
Oh.
I know even Woven Art, who usually, if the games are on Saturday, she closes, because she's like 2 blocks from campus, and she's like, it's just too crazy. You couldn't park, and so several years ago, she's like, we're closing on home football games. But last night she's like, no, we're gonna be open. We're here till 5. Game starts at 8. We're good. It's not gonna be crazy.
Well, with Dale going to PT 3 times a week, I'm going to be able to knit while I'm waiting for him.
Yeah.
They're laughing at me because I'm driving his truck.
Oh, you're still driving the truck?
And he had a problem getting into it, bending that knee coming in.
Oh, yeah. Is it his right or his left leg?
Left.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I could see that being a problem.
So he said, I really lucked out when I took him because I could drive right up to the door. It's a horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got out. He's telling me where I should park. And
Yeah.
I'm telling him where he can park his comments. No, I didn't. I thought it.
Yeah.
So there was someone that, like, I'm here and here's the door and here's the cars parked. All I had to do was back right up. And he says to me, are you comfortable backing up into the spot? Dale, I'm just backing up. I know. I said, for some unknown reason, I can back into a parking spot far better than I can pull into one.
Yeah.
And Dale has an F-150 with the extended cab and extended bed.
Oh. Yeah, well, I really like, we've got the cameras on the new car. So anywhere I go, I go on to even pull in now. Turn the camera on, I just whip in and yep, I'm in my spot. And I still park far away in the parking lot. I don't even care if it's raining. I'm parking far away because don't want anybody touch my car. But it never fails at Myers. I can be in the farthest row, the farthest spot. Nobody's around me for 20 plus spaces. I run in real quick and I come out and there'll be someone next to me. And I'm like, really? There is a whole empty parking lot. You park next to me? Do you not see that I'm here for a reason? But yeah, that backup feature, it's like, oh,
That's nice, isn't it?
yep. Really helps back up and
Well, I was confused as to which lines my vehicle was and which lines were where I'm supposed to be.
mm-hmm.
So one still taught me that, showed me how, then it was so far so good.
Yeah. I know I really like backing up when I take dad and I go to church because it's so much easier just being able to pull out.
Yes, where there's a lot
Because,
of people.
yeah. A lot of people, not everybody's paying attention. I can just pull out.
Right.
Our previous house dead end into the middle school. So I always backed in because, the cars going down the street was, and the kids walking to
Yeah.
school, they didn't care. They
Yeah,
just
they're
kept
not
going.
paying attention. I will be right back. I got to get another skein of yarn.
That's a problem when you run out.
Yep.
I still have to go through my stash and find colors for the gnome knit along.
I should finish the gnome I'm working on. Did I see it in the book that it had a kit that you could get all the yarns for all the gnomes in the book?
Probably. I'm sure she's got them.
I thought that would be a good idea to have that kit in front of me, you know, the picture,
Mm-hmm.
to pick out my yarns, my
Yeah.
staff. Well,
Yeah, for the Christmas one, I looked at some of the participating shops that are putting together kits. I wasn't gonna get a kit because I'm like, I've got small balls sitting all around that I'm sure would work. I just have to find the right colors. And so I just looked at the different color sets that were put together, just to kind of get an idea of
mhm.
where I want to go. And
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I also have that, is it Elsa Cowl? Is that the right name? With
think so.
Spin Cycle, Charlene made it. I think it's Elsa. And then I have 3 skeins of yarn plus left over from growing. So I went in the
Oh.
shop and we picked, we used my solid and then picked Spin Cycle to go with it. So I can keep
Ooh.
using up my yarns.
Yeah,
So I like that.
yeah.
And with Dale being home and not
Can't go anywhere.
really, yeah, I am going through and I'm cleaning cupboards out and my pantries.
Oh,
And I had the recycle, we had these great big huge 50-gallon garbage. I have that 3/4 full. And Frank says to Dale, well, do you think I should put recycle out? It's only 3/4 full. Yeah, I think so. And because the guy, you know, Dale does the shopping and the cooking, I just took for granted that he was weeding out things that had expired. No. So the other one was even fuller with
oh
what I
no.
disposed of.
Yeah.
So I'm like, happy camper. Last night I was going out to Lunner to Big Bear Lodge at 4:30 with some of my friends. And I completely forgot that Dale needed to have dinner. So I came downstairs and I said, I'm so used to you just doing. And I said, what do you think we should do for dinner? He said, well, I was just going to give Frank money to go get a pizza. But, oh, that works. Okay.
That works. Okay, see you later. Okay. Flipping the page. So on the 2 more mini sections left of this big section. And then I'm on the finishing section, which has more rows than I anticipated. That's color 2. This calls for the Icelandic bind off, and I'm not sure I quite understand the written directions on this. So we'll see when I get to it what I do.
That sounds like a very Pink Knits video time. Does she do, I mean, she does a lot of stuff. I don't know if she does that particular bind off.
I don't know. I'll Google it and find out.
Yep.
Because it says knit 1, slip stitch to left needle, knit through first stitch purlwise, and second stitch knitwise, and knit 2 together. And then repeat.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I don't quite get that one.
No. Some of those things, it's really hard to write.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done the afterthought heel. And I couldn't for the life of me think what they were trying to tell me to do to put that piece of yarn in to just save the spot.
Right.
So they showed it. So I got that in. I still don't know quite. I know that we'll have to put that on a needle. We'll have live stitches there, but I can't wrap my head around it. So we'll see. Maybe they'll do enough video for me to understand.
Yeah. There should be enough afterthought heel videos out there.
I would think so. Yeah. I wanted to figure out, I've only done a few pair of socks. I'm trying to think 1, 2, maybe 4 pair that I've made total. And I'm still figuring it out, right?
Right.
So this one, I don't know that I've ever done toe up. I know 3 of the pair I've done have been cuffed down, and the last other pair I did was so many years ago, like 6 years ago or something. So this one they cast on at the toe with Judy's Magic Cast On. So that was I hadn't done that. So yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah. And that cast on is interesting
You like
too.
twist it around. You got 2 needles.
Yeah.
You're using your so you can do the magic loop, and you're like twisting it.
Yeah.
From one part of your hand goes on the opposite needle around, and then the other part of your hand, opposite needle around. So you got like a figure 8 kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I did that with one of Nicola's socks.
I'll have to watch it again to do it, but I think it'll come back easy. You know, if I keep doing it, it'll get better. You know, like anything
Yeah.
else.
I did look for, toe
From
up
what
I looked for my toe up patterns and I found one and it was, you know, I had like 2 or 3 of them in Ravelry and I knew I had more, but I couldn't find them.
yeah,
So that's why I haven't sent anything to you.
I did find here, I think it's close by here. I'm trying to think. I was looking at it the other night. Yeah, it's right there. I did find a couple. I think this is West Yorkshire Spinners. And they just came out with a sparkle Christmas sock, and I think, oh no, this is cuff down. The one that I'm making with Arnie and Carlos is toe up, but I don't know if it's gonna fit me. Because it's color work the whole way. So it's not fitted for, you know, I think it's more designed as a decoration. But I was measuring it and talking to somebody about it, and she said, well, usually the toe takes about 2 inches and the heel takes about 2 inches. And we were measuring it against a pair of socks that fits me pretty good. And we think it's gonna fit me, so we can hope. We'll see. I'm not gonna make the second one till I know. Right?
Yep.
If nothing else, I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's one by Fiber Company, and it's got little Santas around it. It's a colorway sock,
Mhm.
color work. Let me see if I took a picture of it. I'd like to make that. They had one last year that I made that was a lot of fun. It was DK weight. Oh, those are the hats, but that's the same Santa. Let me see. Maybe I've got it in my Ravelry. Christmas is like my favorite time.
The waterfall socks, these here. That's
Yeah.
a toe up.
Waterfall sock.
Yes.
Let me grab my pencil so I can write that down. Okay.
And then old school knee sock.
Old school sock.
Mm-hmm. I like that one. It has different colors, so you can kind of use up your sock yarn.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Check out JUL
Wait a minute, I gotta find something. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay, JUL
GUBBE.
GUBBE.
Yeah. It's a sock. I'm gonna try to show you a picture.
Oh,
Isn't that
Oh, that
cute?
is cute.
oh, I like that.
I can't hear you.
That's very cute.
Yeah, I'm liking that pretty well. I'm gonna see if I can make that. But I don't know. Let's see. What does it say here? Top down. And it does use fingering. It's the Fiber Company. It's the Amble is a suggested yarn, but I don't know if I have any of the right colors. So I'll have to figure that out. But I
This is
just thought
another
those
one.
were adorable.
Can you see this one?
No, but what is it called?
Diamonds in the
Diamond.
light.
Diamonds in the light.
I will look up some of these. This was my fiber company sock last year. Whoop, here.
Ooh, that is pretty.
So that was top down. And it's a DK weight, so it's a little heavier sock,
Mhm.
but I love it. Had a really good time making it. And then I watched this one blogger named Missy Frez, and she's got a little sock out that's got holiday lights on it. I don't know if I got it in my Ravelry yet. I don't see it in here yet. I'll have to go to her thing and get it. Here's another one that's Christmas tree socks. It's color work all the way down. Here, I'll see if I can get you a picture. I lost the sound, Carolyn.
Yeah, Gracie was
Or-
playing, so I muted for a minute.
Oh,
Those are quite intense color work.
yeah, I thought those were
Ooh.
pretty cool.
Wow.
We'll
Are they
see how
sharp
much
size?
I do, right?
I have great plans, but they don't always work my way.
Well, you know, you can't always knit as much as you want. So that's just life, you know.
Yeah,
I
You
have
do
a
what you
color
can.
sweater that I want to make too, and I've got the yarn for it. I gotta find it though. What is that called? It's by Jill Zielinski. And then do you guys know about the doodle decks?
I have seen, I've been following them. There's a deck I want to get because she's got the corgi design in it. At the new travel ones. She's got one for London and she's got the corgi designed out. So I'm
How
like, okay,
fun.
I need that deck.
Yeah,
She
I've
just came
got
out with a book and that might have to be on my list.
the book is on my Christmas list. I'm hoping somebody gets it for me.
What is that?
It's called a doodle deck. Here, I've got one here, not too far away.
You can kind of design your own color work.
Oh,
You get like, she has like basic patterns for like a hat, and then you can pull from like the deck.
So it's like a
Whatever-
deck of cards.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then she's got it graphed
Those aren't
out
even open.
what
Let
the
me grab the other
design
one.
is. And so you can kind of, plot out.
So in the basic decks, she has I think a cowl pattern. Like this one right here. This is an infinity cowl pattern that she's put together. I'm going to try to get it up there so you can see it. It's shadowy.
okay.
Okay, but basically she has all these graphs of different pictures. Like I'm going to try to get one you can see. Here's a big snowflake. This is the winter deck.
Okay.
Okay, so they all take the same amount of stitches. And so you can put in different ones, like here's some reindeer.
So you could take the snowflake and the reindeer and like do the snowflake around the, say, the rim of the hat, and then the reindeer next, and then the snowflake again, or another design. So you can pick and choose and
Which
design it your way. And
it's pretty cool.
yeah,
I'm trying to see what else she has in this particular deck. And some of the designs are more just like border type things, like this here. You just, maybe this is some of your borders.
Mhm. That's neat.
Yeah, so I haven't done a lot with it yet, but I have big plans. And I love looking at it. So,
yeah, all we need is plans.
yep.
It's kind of like, I have a book, a la carte, Socks a la carte, that it has the top, the leg, and the foot.
Yeah.
You can pull from each one. And
Yeah, that's kind of the same concept.
So this one here is Valentine's. So there's
Wow.
some of the patterns that you can get in that deck there. Different hearts and looks like lips.
Yeah, I saw that one. Big lip.
X and O, I love you, a set of swans. So looks like I have 4 decks. I didn't know what I had. Luckily I have them all together. But I want the book.
Yeah,
I think that book will be a lot of fun.
or a lot of trouble, one of the two.
Probably both.
Get you in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Well, listen, it is 11:59, and
Okay,
I need to sign off here.
okay. Are we doing this next week?
I'm not gonna be available next week, so I
Okay.
guess that's up to you guys.
I'm not sure. I know there's a craft show. I always go to this one craft show. The prices are great and it's close by. And I always get some Christmas stuff there, so I always go.
Okay.
And I don't know what time I'll go.
I just thought with it being the holiday weekend that people
Do you wanna
wouldn't be
just-
available.
Yeah, do you want to, we could just skip next week and pick up the first week in December.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Is
good?
that what is the first weekend in December? What number?
That would be the 30th,
Oh, I'll still be around the 30th.
right?
The
Oh, no,
think
no,
it's
no, I'm
would
sorry.
be-
I'm sorry, it'd be the 7th.
is that right?
I was gonna say, that's next week.
Yeah, no, it'll be the 7th.
The 7th. I will not be here the 7th. I'm judging a solo ensemble. I think they haven't contacted me again, but I have a contract for it.
Okay,
So I don't think I'll be here.
okay.
But
Well,
I'll
we'll
try
keep,
to remember to get back on the 14th.
okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, I'll
Well,
let
happy
Jean know
Thanksgiving.
that,
Jared, happy holidays.
happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we'll let Jean know that, no for next week.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
bye.
bye. No, this isn't what I need. Okay. He needs a coat.
Look what come up in the pond. Look what came up in the pond.
What is that? Really? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what they are. I don't know if I could eat something that I don't know what it is.
Look at turnips, Steve. I think, and there was in that feed, you could still get some.
I would debate that.
Good dear me.
Interesting. You sure here? You don't know what's it? Steve Jackson, is that what it's from? It doesn't even touch the thing doesn't touch it. Okay. Isn't it a white one? Okay.
I think that was popular. Turnip. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Turnip. Yeah, yeah. Let's take into this white one. I mean, there's a whole bushel of them out there. It looks easy. Something might be. Oh, that's kitchen.
I can follow on, we're talking to for a while.
Come on, see the bottom of the bushel.
Okay. Maybe I wonder if they can them or anything. You probably can't do it.
Some people like to put the bushel. Dot com. DAIKON.
No idea. I've never heard of it.
It's what it is, it's right next to the turnip.
Okay, well, I'll give them a call. Maybe they'll want to come out. They're easy to get, aren't they?
I got them all full.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hey, you supposed to be there? I don't think so. I got my bras hanging on here. I'm trying to get it away. Let's see if somebody comes in. Great. All right, this is not so wet now. It was really wet when I hung it there. Whoops. The one gal's husband had knee surgery, like massive knee surgery.
Right.
So he's using a cane now, but I think he still drives in. He's progressed enough to do outpatient.
This is the piece that you had a few years ago, the time you went. There's about a bushel.
I'm trying something with my hair. See if that does. Is that it?
Hey, you remember that feed you had me playing out here by the pond? With the ground cover, your bags of feed that you had me playing out here? Well, I sent you the pictures. There's a bushel full of turnips out here. Yeah, they were completely nuts. They were gone. And yep. Yeah, well, there's a bushel of them, and I don't, well, no, we really care for turnips, but if you want some fresh turnips, there's a whole bushel of them here. There's a really long one, about a foot long and about an inch and a half wide. Looks like a big white carrot. it, then the rest of them are regular turnip looking, you know? But they're as big or bigger around than your fist. Yeah, well, if you want some fresh turnips, they're here. I just got done picking them. I'll go put them in a bag if you're interested. Yeah, well, I didn't there. I'll just set them in the porch out here. In a bag. So yeah, I walked out there and go, that looks like a turnip. No, I can't be a turnip. I went and pulled it up and I'll be darned. I bet you that one of these, or a couple of them go at least a pound a piece. Wow. They're good size. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. No, well. Oh, geez. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. So, so did the deer eat and turn the top? Yeah, well, yeah, they have that chance. I already picked them out. They're about the easiest thing I ever picked out of the ground. They just popped out.
Hi, Petey.
Yeah, so yeah, okay, well, I'll cut the tops off and, what they need, about 3 inches? Yeah. Okay. Oh,
You
yeah.
need a sweater.
Yeah, I was,
Just put your sweater on.
yeah, that's not.
Where?
Yeah, this other thing's the part.
Just put your sweater on. Let's see here. It goes like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I sent you a couple pictures. And, so you can see them, but I was just flattered at it. After all the track, whole track on top of them and all
Okay,
the
hold on.
good stuff. And they still came up.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know, they just, this fall, they must have just took off. Yeah, like. They're not like 2 years later. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got the loader's running. Yep, so we took the bucket and we made a quick disconnect bucket for it. And then we've got a quick disconnect, boom arm for it. And, we're gonna be welding, a quick disconnect, like a snowblade for it. Yeah, well, I got chains on it now. It ain't going on the blacktop. No. Yeah, well. Yeah, yeah. What's that? Well, it's got about a foot high grass. Mary sees deer out back there every once in a while, so. I don't think so. Well, this is the third time it's been done. Yeah, then this is the only time they really did, is where I, box job, as far as, ripping the crap out of everything. The other two times, they just grabbed the trees, cut them off, and they just set them over. They didn't make a big mess like these guys made. So. Yeah. Yeah, well, you could tell here, they took a lot of the trees out. Definitely tell the difference. Yeah, but if you, yeah. Yeah. I've been piling up logs and then we're taking the brush down and pulling the brush piles down because they mix mud in with all the brush, there's no way you can burn it. Yeah, so I've been taking the backhoe, and pulling the brush pile down and cutting up what we can cut up. And then, taking, piling the brush that we can't use. Far enough away, they're not gonna charge me for it. Cause they got 65-foot right away.
Where's the bag? No superwash. Is this superwash also? I don't think it is. Well, that's interesting.